Oh yeah, music to my ears. What you just heard is the sound of a gate drop at the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross event at Muddy Creek Raceway. This is Tim Laskus, and you're listening to The Tim Laskus Show, episode 60, and I have something completely new and different. I'm out in the field interviewing people at this event, from the fans to people related to the sport, even to the kettle corn lady. Oh boy, it's delicious. And hey, the racers. Man, it is awesome. I got a couple of interviews that you are going to love. This is my passion. I love this stuff, so I can't wait for you to hear this episode. But first, let me thank some of my sponsors. Hey everyone, if you're looking for hosting for your website, look no further. Bluehost offers optimized hosting for WordPress sites. Man, starting at only $3.95, you can't go wrong with that. And you get a 7-day free trial. Try it out, see if you like it. They offer a free domain, free site builders, a one-click WordPress install, 24/7 support, 30-day money-back guarantee. Doesn't get better than that. They power over 2 million websites worldwide. So hey, head on over to timlaskus.com/resources. Look for Bluehost, click it there so that you'll get a good rate. My other sponsor that I'm so proud to have is Longtail Pro. Longtail Pro offers the best way to search keywords for your website to help raise your website to the top of the Google page. They show you how it's done. They show you where you're currently at. They help you build this up. They also offer these words that will help you with your AdWord campaign so that when people are looking for your particular area, you'll pop up first. They show you how to do it. It's a great investment. So head over to timlaskus.com/resources and click on Bluehost and Longtail Pro. All right. Now, on to the event.
The Tim Laskus Show, in search of entrepreneurial gold. Tim digs deep into the minds of his guests. Entertaining, down to earth, and informative. Now, here's your host, Tim Laskus.
Hey everyone, this is Tim Laskus. I'm at the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross here in Muddy Creek Raceway in Bluntville, Tennessee, and it is a beautiful day. It started out, it's kind of cloudy, it looked like it was going to rain, but it has really turned into blue skies and sunshine. I'm so excited. So why I'm here is because, I have a passion for motocross. I love motocross. I grew up racing as an amateur, and I've even raced at this very racetrack way back in the 80s and in the early 90s. And man, I just loved it. I'm walking through the pits right now, and I'm walking past the Husqvarna Rockstar Energy semi, and then I've got an Alpine Stars truck on my left, and then I've got a 100% semi on my left, which has their goggles, and then we've got more Rockstar Energy trucks. We've got KTM, and yeah. It is really, really cool, and it goes on. You got JGR, Joe Gibbs Racing, you got Suzuki, you got the Honda truck, the Troy Lee Designs truck, and you can hear the motorcycles behind me. So it has been a great day. Zach Osborne, he won the second moto in the 250, and he was super pumped. You can look on my social media, and you'll see those pictures of him up on the podium with the champagne and his plaque. Put in a heck of a ride, and yeah, it was just awesome being here today. So I'm gonna see who I can find and interview. All right. Hey, I'm with, what's your name, sir? James, how long you been a fan of motocross?
10, 15 years.
10 or 15 years. Now, which riders do you really pull for? Do you watch?
Tomac.
Eli Tomac. He's been struggling a little bit, but he's got so much potential, huh?
Yeah, sure does.
For sure. Now, have you ridden in the past? Were you growing up riding in the woods or the trails or anything?
I ride woods.
And you just love the sport, huh?
Yeah, sure do.
Once it gets in your blood, you never get it out, right?
Can't get rid of it.
Absolutely. Now, this is your son. What's your son's name?
Bentley.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Hey.
Now, how old is Bentley?
2.
2 years old. Now, do you see him on a motorcycle?
Of course.
Absolutely. So you'll have to get him one of those little PW50s soon, huh?
He's already got one.
Oh, already got one. Cool. Well, that's excellent. Hey, well, thank you for your time. Have a good day.
Man. Appreciate it.
All right, I'm standing with an incredible motocross fan. His name is Dan. Dan, did you say you're like the most fanatic out here?
Absolutely, definitely.
Now, who is it that you're pulling for?
until today, I didn't really know, but I met up with Zach Osborne. He's a humble guy. Definitely one of my favorite riders, for sure. Definitely in 250 class.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I just talked to Zach. In fact, just now, I just interviewed him a few moments ago, and so it's cool that you brought it up. He is such a humble guy. He's such a great guy, and he's just been working hard, and the results have been showing.
Yeah, I think Zach is actually, because of his hard work, I talked to one of his competitors today, won't name it. He was saying the track was not so good. Zach actually said the track is amazing. And it's Zach's positive attitude that gets him the results. That's what I think.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the track, really, I was surprised at how well the track was. I had rain for the last couple of days, and it's just dried out really nice.
Yeah, definitely. And in the 450 class that's going on right now, I know Tomac's a competitor. I like Tomac. I wish Dungey was still racing, but hey, as of now, I'm going with Tomac.
All right, so you would have been cheering for Dungey if he was here, and so now you kind of your second choice is Tomac.
Correct. Yeah. If it wasn't, I would be a Dungey fan, but now that he's retired, I'm going with Tomac. Go green.
So what would you give some advice? What advice would you give Tomac in order? He's got so much talent. He's got almost all the components to put it together to get a championship. What is your advice if you had to say anything to Tomac?
Stay humble.
Stay humble. There it is. All right, one of the greatest fans out here, Dan. Dan is on the Tim Laskus Show. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I am interviewing, what's your name?
Karen Fox.
Karen Fox, and you're with this kettle corn, right here at the track. How much kettle corn do you think you've sold today?
Oh, we've sold quite a few bags. People love the kettle corn. It's kettlicious kettle corn.
Oh, man, I love it. This stuff is addictive. This is probably like crack cocaine. You have a little bit, you just want to come back for more. Do you see people coming up with like 2 or 3 times?
Exactly. They come back and get multiple bags all the time.
So what's your secret ingredient?
Oh, we can't tell the secret.
Oh, come on now.
Love.
Now, this stuff is precious like money. You wouldn't drop this on the ground, would you?
No, absolutely not.
Nah, but if you did, would you pick it up and put it back in the bag?
Shoot, no. We let these dogs eat it.
They give it to the dogs right around the track. Hey, thank you very much for your time. It was nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you. Thank you.
I have Jason Weigandt, who is the man on television. He's online. He's everywhere. Jason, thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, well, I got the best job here, so that's the best part. I get to sit in an air-conditioned trailer and announce racing, and they even pay me for it, which I would probably just pay to do it. But hopefully no one that counts hears that one and starts asking me to pay, and that's my broadcast colleague.
That's your broadcast colleague? Okay.
Beeping the horn and almost running us over right now.
So what is the secret to success in being a broadcaster and all the things you're doing?
I get the question all the time, which is, how do you get started? Everybody notices now, what you're doing when you're doing an NBC
you're
show.
overnight success, but you've been doing this for a long time.
As they always say, like in the music business, it's 10 years to be an overnight success, right? So for me, the advice I always give to everybody is you just have to be willing to start at the bottom. And it always starts like this. Somebody asks how it started. And I say, well, I was writing press releases about quad races in the woods, and then they just walk away. They're like, okay, I'm out. If that's what it takes, I'm out. That's, I guess, the equivalent of scrubbing floors with a toothbrush as far as they're concerned. But to me, it's pretty obvious. You go where there isn't resistance. Everybody wants to be the Supercross announcer or the motocross announcer. But there's other series. That's how you get your foot in the door. So that's how it worked for me. And that's 16 years ago now I started. I still work for Racer X, the magazine, during the week. Mm-hmm. And I've kind of risen into other parts of the industry on the weekends. But like any other industry, you pay your dues. Even in a small industry like this that doesn't have a lot of places to go, it can still happen.
You were even kind of going into NASCAR and kind of leading in that direction. Is that still kind of a focus?
Yeah, it is. And that is, me, probably like you, motocross is what I like the most. Mm-hmm. That's what I grew up doing. But you always have to be careful of having all your eggs in one basket. So for me, especially in motocross where there's not a ton of gigs out there, who knows, man? Every year NBC could call and say, hey, we got some other guy under contract. We got to pay him. You're out. Right. So you got to protect yourself and be as versatile and useful to them as possible. Right. So I actually even moved to North Carolina a few years ago. Mm-hmm. They need a little backup plan in the NASCAR. I'm there. Right. Just making myself as valuable as I can.
Now, would you ever consider changing tires just to kind of get your foot in there?
Changing tires? Right. Literally?
Yeah, on some of the cars. It's like, I'll go out there. I'll be the gas man, or I'll change some tires. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure I kind of stake my claim in this.
You know what's funny? I would be willing to do pretty much any of those jobs, but the one thing I hope that I never get asked to do is actually try to drive one of those, because I'm one of the few on earth that probably sees a NASCAR race and doesn't say, dude, it looks so easy. That is not easy. So hopefully I'm long since past the point of even trying it. So hopefully I never have to even deal with that anymore. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a really serious question. You know,
Yeah,
when you're live on air and you have to go to the bathroom, like what do you do?
You do not.
Do you wear a Depends diaper, or what do you?
Well, here's the problem. You seriously have to, by about 11 o'clock, you have to stop drinking. And we don't start in the air till 1.
Right.
Yeah. Now, my broadcast colleague, Grant Langston, over there takes about 9 breaks per show, which means any break I would have had, he's soaked him up.
All right. So he's got a small bladder, huh?
He doesn't subscribe to the I don't drink past 11 o'clock rule. That's his mistake. So, it's 4 hours. That's often the biggest challenge. But you'd be surprised. Like a rider out here getting second wind, 3 or 4 times a day I'll say, man, I got to go so bad. And then 10 minutes later, feeling fades. You get second and third wins.
There you go.
Yeah.
You just got to know and just kind of let it go. You know, it's just
No, don't.
No.
Don't let it go.
I mean, just it'll pass. It'll pass.
The feeling will pass. Yes.
Right.
Probably doing permanent damage.
So it's like training. You know, as a professional athlete, you know, you just got to learn, and it just takes time. And that's who would ever thought that's kind of part of broadcasting.
A lot of road trips. You know, you got to make time. You can't stop every hour. So maybe that was preparing me for this training, like you said.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you for your time, Jason.
Yeah, anytime. We love motocross, and I'm glad to have people like you that enjoy the sport, kind of talking about the sport to other people, and I'm sure saying good things about it.
Spread the love. I love this sport. So, all right. Thank you. All right, I've got Blake Baggett with me. Blake, man, this has been a fantastic day. Congratulations on your 3rd overall. What's this season been, you know, right now in the outdoors mentally? What's it been like for you?
I mean, it's it's tough. There's a lot of competition, and the grind of each weekend, just day to day, is gnarly. So it's definitely one thing that you got to take it in and enjoy it. You know, you're racing a motorcycle for a living, and that's your job, and it's everybody's, you know, every little kid's dream. So you're living the dream, and it's good to just sit back and soak it in sometimes.
Well, you certainly are living the dream, and you've been picking up momentum, it seems like, every week going into this season, and I'm sure it's kind of difficult. You want to take it in, you want to enjoy it, but yet, you know, it's still kind of early, not to get too happy, and so how do you kind of prepare yourself going on to the next rounds?
I mean, we've been doing this for so long that it's just it's habit and natural. You just go back and you do your things during the week that you do, and then you kind of get on the plane and fly to the next weekend. So I don't think there's any crazy secrets to it or anything like that. I mean, we put our pants on the same way everybody else does. Just it's kind of a habit.
Right. Now, how long have you been in Florida? You enjoying Florida life down there? You got your track and stuff down there, and you were in California for a while, right?
Yeah, I'm from California, but I have my place down in Florida, and just been enjoying that. And I can control everything, the environments, the track, all the stuff that goes along with it. So I've been enjoying that too. It's something that I feel is really helping my career, and just enjoying the ranch life.
Now, have you noticed that your phone's been kind of blowing up since you've been doing well? People go, "Hey, Blake, can I come out there and ride with you?"
Yeah, I mean, you always get that, but no, it's fun. It's something to enjoy, and when you're not riding, you're kicking back with your buddies.
Right. Now, how old were you when you turned pro?
I was 18 when I turned pro.
18. And you're how old now?
25.
25. So it seems like it's been a long time. It's been a long road. How is it different right now compared to when you just turned pro?
I mean, I think you just you know what to expect, and you're kind of just wiser with it. You've been down that road before, so it's just like, driving to somewhere, and the first time you use your phone for directions, and then by your 10th trip you just do it. Right. So it's like that.
Absolutely. And what kind of advice would you give for some of the kind of amateur guys who are coming up, they're grinding out, they have all these training facilities everywhere. I do some work at Club MX, and they're all trying to gun in, they want to have, what you have, what Blake Baggett has right now. And what kind of advice would you give them on this journey of theirs?
I mean, don't burn yourself out. So I think that a lot of them ride a lot and just go too hard. So they need to have fun with it still. And I think that that's a big part. Is if you're having fun, you'll make it to where you need to be.
So you're saying party more and ride less?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but you need to have fun and enjoy yourself. So I don't think you don't have to ride the most more than all your other buddies. You don't have to ride your bicycle longer. You don't have to train more days than them to have success.
Right. Now, I heard you speak in an interview, I don't know if it was a week or so ago, about eating ice cream, and I think it was like last week or something, and it seems like you are enjoying yourself, and you always have a big smile on your face, and you're just enjoying life, eating ice cream, and just enjoying everything.
yeah, I mean, if it tastes good, you might as well have it.
So what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Or do you go for that, like, I don't know, that shaved ice stuff?
Oh, no, I mean, I switch it up. I eat it all.
Well, that's awesome. Hey, thanks for your time, Blake. I appreciate it.
No worries.
I'm standing with the winner of the second moto, Zach Osborne. Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you have been just on fire. You made a statement. You were able to get the championship in the Supercross, and now I know that you don't expect anything less for the outdoors.
Yeah, it's been a great season for me so far. I've overcome some hurdles. I broke my wrist last October and kind of had to work through that. And yeah, it's just been a really a big step for me to kind of come every weekend and expect to win, and everyone around me expect me to win, So it's been a little bit of pressure and a little bit of adjustment, but I'm handling it well and really enjoying myself in the process.
Do you feel like you have that bullseye on your back that everybody's kind of gunning for you?
Yeah, definitely. It's turning into that quickly. I mean, especially now I have a decent points lead in the outdoor season, so it's coming quickly, the target.
Absolutely. Now, I know you're a dad and you're busy with training and you have your daughter and everything. How much time do you get to spend with her during the week in the middle of training?
Well, I think a little bit, but at the same time, I'm blessed to have a really good job to where I only work from, 8 to 1-ish or even less every day, and I'm home a lot. I often feel guilty because I'm gone some, but at the same time, I'm home a lot more than, say, a normal dad. So I enjoy fatherhood and being a husband, and it's something that's very rewarding to me and very, very, very motivating to me. So yeah, I love it.
Well, that's excellent. I know you've come a long way. Within the last year or so, you have really just turned it on, and you have all the components here. You're mentally strong, physically strong, your bike, your equipment, everything is good. What do you think has been really kind of one of the keys to your success lately?
Just starting to, being with Alden Baker has kind of brought me on a level, not so much like we don't do anything mentally, but just being with those guys every day and competing with them every day has kind of brought me to a new level within myself, I guess you would say. So mainly that, just grinding and believing in myself and knowing that I'm capable and I can do it. And also winning the Supercross Championship kind of took a lot of pressure off of me in the fact that like everything I've done my whole life wasn't for nothing, if you know what I mean. So it's been a big relief.
Well, today has been a hot day. It started out kind of overcast. I didn't know if it was going to be a mudder, but it turned out really, really nice, and I'm sure you had to drink a lot of water. Did you ever consider pulling over to take a leak while you were running the last moto?
No, not really. I knew it was going to be warm today, so I tried to hydrate as well as I could, but it didn't quite get as hot as I thought. It got a little more humid, though, so it's been a really good day, and it's nice to have a podium finish here at my home race and just kind of ended on a positive.
Hey, it was a pleasure watching you today, man. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for taking your second to talk to me.
No problem, Tim. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for joining me today. This was so much fun, and being able to record out at an event was completely new and different to me, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm so happy that I was able to bring the world of motocross to you. If you want to learn more, go to promotocross.com, which is a website of Lucas Oil Pro Motocross, where you can see live streaming, videos, results, and even get a schedule of events. So that's promotocross.com. Also, don't forget to go to timlaskis.com/resources and visit my sponsors of today's episode, which is Longtail Pro and Bluehost. And don't leave just yet, because at the end of this, I'm going to leave you with sounds of race action here at Muddy Creek Raceway. So enjoy, everyone. Take care.
Want more entrepreneurial tips? Go to timlaskis.com.